What's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be covering what Season 2 is going to mean for DMZ. If you guys aren't on Twitter or don't follow Infinity Ward, they posted a tweet this morning basically giving us a little bit of insight on what we can expect for DMZ come Season 2. They tweeted, new missions, new exclusion zone, and difficulty tuning. Prepare for DMZ's Season 2 update with our deep dive blog next week. So they're going to have a blog next week further emphasizing on what this stuff means. They wanted to give us a little bit of an idea of what we can expect. And I know that I'm personally pretty excited for Season 2. Hopefully you guys will be as well. Now, the first thing they said is new missions. I think new missions are going to be in regards to a new faction. I think it's unlikely this early into DMZ that we will see them expand beyond Tier 5, as the Tier 5 challenges for the current faction are actually pretty difficult. I think adding more difficult challenges at this point isn't really the answer, but maybe adding an additional faction with those 5 tiers could be a nice way of introducing us into what is going to be that new exclusion zone. So I think hopefully some of these missions will involve the new zone, but we're going to have to wait and see which route they choose. Are they going to choose to add more tiers to the current factions, or are we going to see an entire new faction in general? Personally, my vote's on the new faction. I think it's just more likely to add 5 tiers. That way they can start with some easier ones and work towards some harder ones, giving people a better chance of actually being able to work on those missions. If they added beyond Tier 5, there's a lot of people that would be excluded, so I just don't see that happening, at least this early in DMZ. The next part is obviously that new exclusion zone, as we are all pretty familiar with at this point. There is a resurgence map that has been announced for Season 2. Now, with the new map, we can pretty much guarantee that's going to be a new location for DMZ. So that's basically what this new exclusion zone will be. I kind of expect this new map to be a middle ground between what we see with Building 21 and obviously not having a attack map, it being pretty close quarters and very minimal teams. And obviously what we have with Al Mazrah, which is the entire large map with tons of new areas. So I expect this will be a much smaller version. Maybe we'll see a new boss. There are still 2 bosses that were leaked originally that have yet to be implemented into either Al Mazrah, Building 21. So I do expect to see at least one of them in this new map. Whether it is the Trapper or the Pyro, I'm not sure. But I also think with the addition of that being added to the new map, we'll see maybe one of these guys added to Al Mazrah as well. I do anticipate they will be introducing new content into the Al Mazrah map alongside adding these new exclusion zones as we continue to develop with DMZ. And then the last part they were really talking about is the difficulty tuning. I think this is going to be relative to the AIs themselves. I don't know if they're going to change the difficulty of the individual AIs and how much damage they output or how much damage they take, but maybe the volume of numbers in which the AI actually show up to certain locations, or however many will be attacking you at any given time. It is very possible too, though, we do see nerfs to the AI in general, but I do think it's going to be relative to the number of them instead of the difficulty of them. But hopefully this will make DMZ a little bit more of a smooth experience. I know there are still AI flying in the air, some of them are even getting under the map, and even in some cases they're just spawning continuously in a small area and just standing in the middle of a road 20, 30 deep. So that could be pretty frustrating to run across because they could eliminate you pretty much instantly. Even though we're still about a month away from Season 2, it's nice to get some updates from Infinity Ward themselves, giving us something to look forward to in the coming season. Now, I'm pretty excited for Season 2. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys are excited as well. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support in the channel, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.